Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we got some brand new cards revealed for the lovely structure deck. So if you don't know, the One Piece card game is getting 6 brand new structure decks coming out, I believe, sometime in June. I could be mistaken, but basically, we're getting 6 brand new structure decks for leaders like Bonnie, Shanks, Buggy, what's it called? Yamato, and a whole bunch of others. And we got a whole bunch of new cards revealed. So let's just get straight into this. So first things first, this is probably one of the most exciting cards revealed. We have a brand new 9-cost Shanks, 10,000 power. If your opponent has a card in play with original power of 8,000 or more, this character gets the minus 3 costs in hand. So this 9k 10,000 power character becomes a 6 cost in hand if your opponent controls 8,000 power or more. Then, if your leader is Red Haired Pirates or Uta, your leader gains 2,000 power until the end of the next turn. That is quite powerful. That is a Edward Newgate increase, which is kind of crazy. Now, this is not the only card in these structure decks that are just making everyone gain 2k power. It looks like 7k is just the new norm for swings. And the reason why I say that is that if you've been paying attention to OPO 11 and OPO 12, we've been getting a lot of new cards that have been increasing the power of our current leaders. And it's getting to the point that most leaders are just 7k leaders. They are just 7k leaders. Yellow Blue Nami is a 7k leader. The Blue Purple Luffy is a 6k leader, and etc. etc. But there's a whole bunch of brand new cards like this new Shanks that are just increasing the power of your leaders. We also have a brand new Monkey D. Luffy. This is a new 1 cost, 1k, 2k power Monkey D. Luffy. It says activate main, you may rest 1 Dawn card. One of your opponent's characters gets minus 1,000 power for the turn. That is a pretty powerful effect. This can help you kill some of the really annoying things in red with power reduction. It's just kind of insane. It's not the most important card ever, but I think if you add a couple of these onto the field, they don't rest themselves in order to give minus 1k power. So feel about this. Let's say you have 2 of these on field. You're giving minus 2k power to a character. And then you do like Marco's ability, giving another minus 2k power. Now they lost 4k power, and it just goes from there. Not a bad card. Next, we have a brand new 10 cost Allah and Beppo. This is a brand new green 10 cost 11k character. They do not want to give green 12k characters apparently, because all their 10 cost characters are either 10,000 or now 11,000. They do not want to give green a 1200 attack character. Anyway, on play, you may rest one of your opponent's characters. That character does not activate during your opponent's next turn. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. That's right, we have another brand new card that is like a staple for all green decks going forward. This card's absolutely ridiculous. This is a new 10 cost, 11k character that on play freezes a character, and then if it not only freezes an active character, but then also says, hey, your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader is now a 7k leader until the end of the next turn, which is crazy. This card's absolutely nuts. I don't know what they're thinking. Every green leader, once they get to 10 Dawn, will now just be a 7k leader, which is kind of fucking crazy. And that's not all. We also got this brand new X Drake. On play, if your leader is Supernova type, rest when your opponent's 5 costs or lower characters, then restand a Dawn is active, then what? It's a 5 cost, 5k, 2k character. Not bad. Another green staple. Green is eating good. So is red. That new Shanks, even though he's like technically locked into Uta and Shanks, you can still play it in any red deck. As soon as your opponent summons a character with freaking 8,000 or more power, this character is just a 6 cost 10k vanilla, which is kind of crazy. And because of that, I don't know, this card seems ridiculous. But we're moving on from that. We're going on to blue. I got a brand new Buggy the Clown, who I actually don't really understand. So he's a 4 cost, 1,000 counter. He says, activate main. You may trash one card from your hand. And this character, if your leader is Buggy, play a 6 cost or lower cross guild type character from your hand. Now, I just don't understand why you would ever want to do this. Your leader is already discarding a card to play out any character that you want. This card really reads, not only am I not a 5 cost character, but I also am only allowed to play 6 cost or lower characters, and you need to trash me from hand, and trash me on field, and you need to trash a card from hand as well? I don't know, man. It's 4,000. It's a 4 cost, 1k power, 1,000 counter. I just don't know. I just don't feel it's good. But maybe you can all tell me in the comments what you think. I will say the next Buggy card I actually do like. This is the new Alvita. And she's actually pretty good. She's a 4 cost 5k that says if your opponent has 2 or more characters with original cost of 5 or more, this character gets 1 cost. So basically becomes a 5 cost character. Then on play, if your leader is Buggy, draw 3, trash 2 from hand. That's some nice filtering. I don't mind this card at all. That's a 4 cost 5k that can become a 6 cost character if your opponent has 2 or more 5 cost characters on field. Not bad. However, when it comes to like support, it's not anything as insane as his new Law and Beppo or this new Shanks card. So, it's alright. We'll just have to see. And then finally, we got some new Yamato cards. We got a brand new Yamato herself. There's a new 1k, 0 power, 1 cost, 1k counter that says, hey, for 2 Dawn, your turn, this character gains 3,000 power. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1, 2 cost or higher land on one type character of a Yamato, add to your hand, then place the rest of the bomb in any order. So, already, I really like this card. Not only is it a searcher for land on Wano type, but also, because of your leader's ability to put 2 Rested Dawn once your opponent has 3 or less life, this basically says, hey, I'm a 1 cost searcher that also becomes an attacker, which is kind of insane. So like, congratulations. I played out a 1 cost character early in the game just to, add cards to hand. And now all of a sudden, this 1 cost 0 power character swinging for 5, which is kind of crazy. Now, I will say with all these new leaders becoming 7k leaders and 6k leaders, maybe it's just not good enough, but at the same time, this is probably one of the best searchers in the game. Hands down. Because there's a searcher that can attack. Next, we got a brand new Isho. This card's insane, too. This is a new 2 cost, 1,000 counter, 1,000 power, land of Wano type, that says, for 2 Dawn, this character gains blocker. So basically, your leader ability allows it to gain blocker. Nice. And then it says, on play, your land of Wano leader gains banish this turn. That's right. Your leader gains banish. And that means you're a double attacking banish leader, which is absolutely disgusting. And you play out a blocker for free. Holy snaps. I'm not going to lie. Yamato looks terrifying next format. And we'll just have to see how it goes. That's all the new cards revealed for One Piece and Structure decks. See you all next one. Bye-bye.